Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a review of the Bond Arms Texas Defender. Let's get started. Let's talk about some of the features of this gun. Now, this is made by Bond Arms and it's built like a tank. Now, it's made of solid stainless steel and it's a heavy gun. It weighs in at about 21 ounces. But everything about this thing is solid. Everything locks positively in place. Really solid design. Now, this particular gun features rosewood grips, but you can also swap them out for rubber grips if you prefer that. And finally, there's a trigger guard right here, which is removable. Let's talk about some of the safety features of this gun because there's quite a few of them. First, most handguns will always have the hammer rest directly against the firing pin. Not with this weapon. You could see there's a significant gap here. This is called a rebounding hammer, and it's a real good feature that prevents accidental discharge. Next, there's a crossbolt safety. Switching it to the right is your fire position. Switching it to the left, the crossbolt will prevent the hammer from striking the firing pin. And there's a third and final safety feature, which is right here in the rails of the gun. This screw right here can be tightened down with a Torx screwdriver, and that will lock this in place and prevent any type of discharge from ever occurring. So again, they've really spent some time on creating some safety features for this particular weapon, and thumbs up to them for that. Now, if you're new to firearms, I highly recommend that you take a firearm safety course. Now, the NRA has some great courses out there that you can look into. I would also recommend reading books about firearm safety before you ever decide to purchase a firearm of any type. I have several books that are out there on the market if you'd like to look into them. I'll put them down in the description down below. So the gun has fixed sights with a front blade and a rear notched. Loading the gun is quite simple. You would just press this lever down, the barrel swings up, you would load it, and you're good to go. Unloading is just as simple. You would depress the lever down, it swings open. You can pull out the spent casings or use this ejection lever to take them out. It's entirely up to you. Now, since the barrels are stacked, each one will have different points of aim. At the gun range, I've noticed that at 10 yards, there's about a 3 to 5 inch difference, but much of it will also depend on the ammo that you use. Keep in mind that the first barrel to be fired in the sequence will be the bottom one. What makes this gun so versatile is that there's 40 different barrels available and in 20 different calibers. Now, mine came with a 9mm barrel, but for my purposes, I went out and I bought the 45 Long Colt in 410 barrel, and it definitely suits my needs. Now, switching the barrel is really simple. They also give you a 1/8 inch Allen wrench, and you would simply loosen it up, pull it out, swap it out, and then tighten it back up, and then you're good to go. So it just really has a lot of versatility. Now, some people have actually complained that it has a stiff trigger, but that's actually inaccurate. This is because the trigger doesn't pull straight back. It's designed to pull down. Now, this is something that you're gonna have to get used to. I highly recommend going to the range, working with this gun, because you know, as I've always said, practice makes perfect and perfect makes survivors. What I've learned about using this gun over the years is you want to avoid putting too much pressure of the web of the hand against the hammer, because what this will do, it will add additional pounds of trigger pull. Again, practice, work with the gun, and it will become a part of you. And finally, if you want to decock the hammer from the single action fire position, you would first switch on your safety, place your thumb on the hammer spur, and slowly press the trigger and gently guide it down. So the big question is, what would you use this gun for? In my personal opinion, it's a fantastic close quarter backup gun. But because of its limited ammo capacity, I wouldn't want to bring this into a firefight. Now, as we all know, we all are different. We all have different plans, different objectives, different strategies. You do you, whatever works for you, that's the right path. So thank you for watching the video. Please leave your comments down below, and I look forward to seeing you at the next video.